Hello, everyone. Good evening. I hope you're doing all good today. You're welcome to today's session. I hope you had a beautiful weekend. I hope you had a beautiful weekend. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. You're welcome. You are welcome. So basically, yeah, I see that one of the teaching aides has announced it. Congratulations, guys. You guys have been doing a great job. The class for content and copywriting won the class of the week. Want to appreciate you guys for doing a great job, for always trying to attend lessons, for always trying to for participation, for doing your best to get the best out of this training. I want to appreciate you guys, and I want you to basically keep up the hard work. And in no time, we would get to the point where we start reaping the benefits of our labor. So you're welcome to today's class. Today's class, we will be talking about email marketing. Uh, I'll take you guys over what email marketing is and a couple of things that you should understand about email marketing. You're welcome, everyone. You are welcome, everyone. So without further ado, I will share my screen so we can begin the session for today. So I'm currently sharing my screen. Hello, Bamidele. Good evening to you too. Good evening to you too. I'm sharing my screen right now. Just let me know if you can see my screen. I can see you can actually see my screen, so that's great. So without further ado, I will get into the lesson for today. So we will be looking at email marketing. We'll be looking at what email marketing is. I'll help you understand basically all the things that you need to know about email marketing so you can basically offer email marketing as a service moving forward. So great, I can see you all can see my screen. So let's take a look at what the definition of email marketing is. So here, introduction to email marketing. Email marketing is a digital strategy that involves sending targeted messages, promotions, updates, or offers directly to a group of people via email. It remains one of the most effective forms of digital communication due to its direct access to consumers. Due to its direct access to consumers, the ability to personalize content, and the potential to drive significant engagement and conversation. So what this is saying is basically helping us understand what email marketing is. Email marketing is a form of marketing whereby you send you send targeted messages and promotion to your prospect. I believe each and every one of us here, we have an email, and over time we have used that email to sign up for certain services. And even for this program here, we have used that email, and so far so good. We have received communication via email. So aside that, email can be used for a lot of things. It can basically be used for communication, and it can be used for promotion, and it can be used to send updates. And what email does, email basically creates a personalized form of approach, basically. So instead of aside other form of marketing like paid ads and social media ads, where you have to be online or you have to be on these social media platforms, for you to get to see these ads. For email marketing, it is actually more streamlined because most times you have to um, offer consent before you can receive these emails. Now, offering consent, if you want to sign up for a service on probably so like we used Trello some weeks back. Basically, before you be able to access Trello, you need to share your email with Trello, and that is used to create a login information where you can use to log into Trello. And also, you also get to receive emails from Trello. Trello would notify you of activities that are happening on your account. They will also notify you when there are new updates or when there is something in the company that would impact you. You get a notification from Trello, basically. So there are quite a number of things you can do with emails aside from communication. Emails are also used to receive transactional messages. So if you purchase products online, you notice that most times your receipts are sent using emails. So there are a lot of things you can do with emails as well. So moving forward, we are going to touch on the different aspects of email marketing and how you can use email marketing as as a marketing strategy to reach a lot of people, make sales, and generally increase conversion either for your business for or when working for a company. Now, email marketing is more than just sending promotional content. It involves creating tailored, valuable content that resonates with subscribers, building long-term relationships, and nurturing leads through well-planned email campaigns. So email marketing is actually strategic. Now, the fact that before a business gets your email, most of the time, you have to share this email with them. And before you share this email with them, it has to be there has to be a reason or there is a circumstance where you share this email with them. At that point, you are basically indicating interest in what that business is doing. So if for Trello now we are indicating interest, I want to use that too. So essentially sharing our email and then so most times when we share our email with some of these businesses online, they get to send us a confirmation email just for us to open that email just to be sure that we are actually giving them that content. It's called two-step verification in email marketing. So what it means is that aside from just sharing your email online, they will also send you an email. Then what you need to do is you open that email on your inbox and click on it to complete a two-way verification. Now, this is actually great for email marketing because it shows that your email is valid and they are able to basically um, ensure that your email is valid, and then they can send communications over to you. Now, let's take a look at some of the importance of email marketing. So, for some of you, I won't really say this is the first time you are hearing about email marketing, but if this is the first time, there are quite a number of things on email marketing. It has a lot of importance. Businesses use it a lot for communication and for sales, especially in the B2B industry. So, the first importance of email marketing here is direct communication. It says email provides a direct line of communication with your audience, bypassing third-party platforms like social media that often limit reach through algorithms. So what this means is that unlike social media platforms where you have about 10,000 followers, and when you share a post, it only gets to be seen by about 1,000 or two. But for email marketing, you have a direct form of communication with your audience. You can send out an email to your audience and it gets directly to their inbox. And if they are active and if they find your email interesting, they will get to open and engage with your email. So you have this direct communication with your audience and you are not held back by any algorithm or how the system is designed or if they're online or not. This email gets to their inbox and immediately they check their inbox, they get to see it among the list of emails that are on their inbox. It is cost effective. Now, compared to other forms of marketing, email marketing is highly cost effective with a significant return on investment. Now, email marketing has been said to be cost effective because basically what you need is that once you have your email list, once you have your email list and you have your email software, basically what you need to do is you can structure your campaigns. It could be your sales campaign, it could be your newsletter where you can keep engaging with your prospects, and even when they convert to become customers, you can still keep engaging with them whereby you don't need to basically spend so much money on ads, unlike how the paid system is. But basically, since you have them on your email list, you can easily reach out to them and communicate with them and encourage them to take certain actions. Now, one of the importance of email marketing is personalization and segmentation. Emails can be tailored to individual preferences, behavior, and demography, which improves engagement and conversion rates. Now, one of the reasons why email marketing is actually personalized is the fact that most of the times before you get someone's email online, they are giving you their email based on certain interests. So like I said, it's either they want to sign up for your service or they saw a lead magnet on on your website, or they saw an offer on your website and they want to take off that offer, now you already have an idea on how they got into your mailing list. So that way you can personalize further emails to them. So if someone signs up on your blog where you are talking about content marketing, so it means that person is interested in content marketing, because most times on blog you get to read through the blog and you see a form where you can input your information. So if I keep sending you, so you imputing your information on that blog post about content marketing shows that you're interested in content marketing. Now I can send you emails based on your preference, because I now understand that you're interested in content marketing. I can also have another blog where I am talking about SEO, and if you sign up on that blog after reading the content, it shows that yeah, you are interested in SEO, and I can send you personalized emails based on your interest. And now that's one of the importance of email marketing. Now, since your emails are personalized, you get more engagement because you are sending emails to people that are interested in the topic that you're writing about. Now, for segmentation, segmentation simply means that with your email marketing, you can create segments of your list. So you can have a list of 1,000 people, and based on the opt-in forms you have, like I mentioned, you can have one on your blog page where you are talking about content marketing. You can also have one on another blog where you are talking about SEO. Now, with this information, you can now create different segments that you can now easily send content that are related to, their interest to people that are in that segment. So with email marketing, you can create segments, and where this segment helps you understand people who have taken certain actions in your email marketing campaigns. Yeah, email marketing, it's measurable results. So email marketing platforms allow businesses to track open rates, click-through rates, conversion rates, and bounce rates, helping to refine strategies over time. So what this means is that when you send out an email, at the back end, you get to see the results of the campaign. And these results include the open rate. You get to see how many people opened your email, how many people clicked on certain links on your email. Now, all of these things are things you can basically track. So if you send a marketing email, let's say you own an e-commerce store, you send a marketing email, and then you have a button on your email that drives people to your website to claim a certain coupon code. Now, when that email is out, you can track how many people clicked on that link and how many people found their way to your website. Okay, so with that information, you can easily follow up with these people who have taken that action. So if they were able to complete their purchase, that's great, that's a conversion for you. But if they were not able to complete that purchase, now you have insight on people who found your way to their website but could not complete a purchase. So you can follow up with them with more emails. And with more follow-up, with a better offer, you will get them to convert. Up next, building relationship. Now, email helps businesses establish trust with their audience, nurture relationship, and guide potential customers through the buying journey. So what this means is that when you keep sending out personalized emails to people, you are sharing value, and there's a way you are interacting with your audience via email. You are able to build a good relationship with them. So when they see your email, they already know where this email is actually coming from. They can anticipate the form of value that you're sharing with them. Now, for types of email marketing campaigns, we have a number of email marketing campaigns, a number of them. So the first one is a newsletter. Now, what is a newsletter? Regularly scheduled emails that provide subscribers with updates, news, and educational content. Newsletters are designed to keep audience engaged and informed. So basically, what a newsletter is, it's an email. Let me see if I can search for a newsletter online. But then what a newsletter does for some businesses, what they do is, after, let's say they have a couple of activities that are going on in a month. Okay, let's say there's a new update on their software. Now let's make reference to a software company um, that offers, that has a payment system that aids people to send and receive money. So for such kind of a business, most of the times you see them sending regular monthly newsletter. Now, what does this newsletter actually contains? At times, it contains updates on new features. So if they achieve a new milestone, all of these things are added to the newsletter to keep their community informed on what is happening in that ecospace. So newsletter is basically used a lot to keep users engaged and keep them informed. So that's what a newsletter is used for. So let me see if I can find a sample of a newsletter so I can show you how that looks like. So basically, if you have received any email from a company where you get to see a lot of content, a lot of content on the email, that's basically a newsletter. So it's basically keeps you informed about new updates, product launch, and that's basically what a newsletter looks like. Just an email with a lot of information on. So let's take a look at some newsletter samples from Namecheap. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, I'm not sure we have samples here. Now, I think all of these things are busy. Let's head over to images and see what it looks like. I can't really find any example, but basically, if you have seen a newsletter on LinkedIn where you see where it has a lot of content about certain topics and generally what an organization is up to or the things that they have achieved. Now, that's what a newsletter is. It's basically meant to engage and keep your audience informed. Now, for promotional emails, now these are used to promote services, offer special offers, discounts, or sales. They encourage direct response, such as signing up or purchasing. Now, if you have received emails from e-commerce brands, now e-commerce brands send a lot of of promotional emails. So if you are subscribed to e-commerce brands like AliExpress, eBay, Jumia, at times they send some promotional emails requesting you to buy a product, requesting you to claim certain offers, a 20% off, a 50% off. I think if you are signed up to a Rimo newsletter, I used to receive emails from them about new product releases. Now that's an example of a promotional email. Now let me search. I think we'll be able to find promotional email templates. So you can have a look and you know how this template basically looks like. Now, this here is an example of a promotional email template. Now, this is an email template for a pet store. Pets and more, enjoy 20% off your next purchase. Shop now. Now, this is an example of a promotional email. Here is another one where this company is offering. So this is the title of the campaign: Fall into Savings, up to 40% off site wide. So this is what a promotional email campaign looks like. You can see this is for a pet store. The cat's out of the bag, 40% off. You can use the promo code. So this is basically what a promotional email looks like. Most times you get to see this form of email sent from e-commerce brands, basically. So this is what a promotional email looks like. Moving forward, drip campaigns. Now, what drip campaigns are, it's a series of automated emails sent over a period, often triggered by a specific action. Example could be signing up for a newsletter or abandoning a shopping cart. Drip campaigns nurture leads over time, gradually moving them towards conversion. So, what a drip campaign is just as the name, just as this definition said, it's a series of automated emails. Now, when we say a series of automated emails, it's not just a single email. Yeah, so when you have about 3 emails, they are mostly in sequences, and most times it's automated because there are certain actions that triggered it. Now, let me give you an example. So, most have you signed up for any service, and immediately you signed up, you just received a welcome email from them? Now, that's an example of an automated email. Now, on the email system, they already have an automation that's in place that once someone signs up, once you input your email into their their pop-up form and it gets to their system, automatically an email gets sent to you. Um, see drip campaign. Now, this is what a drip campaign looks like. Now, this is the best illustration of a drip campaign. A drip campaign basically contains series of emails. So once an action is taken, you are added to a drip campaign. And what a drip campaign is that, just like I explained, if you sign up for a new service, you get to receive an email. Now, on that sequence or on that automation, there are ways you can add a delay for 2 days. Now, this is something that I'm going to show you practically. Now, I just want to explain so you can get the concept. So now on the sequence, there's a way you can add a delay. And now what this delay does is that once the first email is sent, it delays the second email for about a day or two. Now, this is to give you time to open that email and interact with it before the second email is sent to you. And after the second email is sent to you, the last email is sent to you. Why it's called a drip campaign? I mean, you can see how it's illustrated. It's illustrated in form of a drip. Now, that's why it's called a drip campaign. And most drip campaigns are automated. Now, let's take a look at this image. Now, this is an example of a drip campaign. So let's say you signed up, or now this is a dollar sign. So let's say you purchased a product. Times, if you purchase a product on an e-commerce platform, you will certainly get an email telling you that your purchase is completed. Now, once you receive that email, you are automatically added to what is called a drip sequence on their back end. So when your product is shipped, you receive another email. Now, what happens is that once at their back end, they indicate that your product has been shipped on the system automatically sends you another email. Okay, and once your product has arrived and you have collected it, they send you another email. Now it says that you have seen the email. Basically, I think that's what this illustration is trying to say. You have actually received your product, and once you have received your product, there will most be a review form, a review email to rate their service. So this is the process, or this is what happens in an automated drip sequence. So it's actually set up, and once you are enrolled into this sequence, automatically based on certain actions, you start to receive these emails. Now, you can set your sequence can be as long as you desire. Basically, you just want to basically want to be able to achieve your goal, which is to make it automated instead of doing it one after the other. Now, that's what a drip campaign is. Now, I'm going to read through once more so we get to make it. Now, it's a series of automated emails sent over a period, often triggered by specific actions. Example, it could be signing up for a newsletter or abandoning a shopping cart. Now, drip campaigns nurture leads over time, them towards conversion. Now, I believe, after my explanation and reading this through, you can see how it makes sense. Now, for transactional emails, these are automated emails that are triggered by specific actions the user takes, such as completing a purchase or signing up for an event. Examples include order confirmation, shipping update, and password reset. Now, I believe you have done this for most you are trying to log into a system and you cannot remember your password for one reason or another. Now, there's a system or there's a button to reset your password. Now, once you click on that button and then you complete the process, it automatically triggers an email that is sent to you. Now, that way, there is no one at the back end to click on the send button because you triggered an action, and having trigger that action, there is a reaction to it. So that's what a transactional email is. Now, or that's basically what this is explaining. Now, let me show you what a transactional email looks like. A transactional email can be a receipt. Most likely, you get to see what a transactional email is. So after completing a purchase, you get to see receipt of your transaction showing you that, yeah, your order is complete. This is your order summary and it's sent to you automatically. Now, this is an example of order confirmation email. This is what it looks like. Now, this is also the one to complete a registration. All of these are transactional emails. One of the reasons why they are called transactional email is because it's not designed to sell you anything. There's no intent to sell you anything. That's why it is a transactional email. Now we have the engagement emails. Now these are designed to win back subscribers or customers who have become inactive. The engagement campaigns can include special offers, surveys, or content designed to capture subscribers' interest again. So when you're sending out emails to your list, most times you have a list of 100 people and you send out an email to them. You don't really get to a point where every single one of the person in your list opens your email. Now you might be sending out that emails and the server might be down. You might get a soft bounce. Now there are quite a couple of things that can stop your emails from getting to the inbox. And even if it gets to the inbox, the subscriber might not really read it. So you will not be expecting to send 100 emails and receive 100 opens. Now, in that case where, there are people who have been seeing your email, but, they are just reluctant to open. So you can offer them certain bonuses to drive them to re-engage with your email. Now, it's also a strategy used by e-commerce brands to re-engage their customers. Now we have a welcome email. Now welcome email are basically simple and easy to understand. It's more like an onboarding email. So when you sign up for a product, they'll likely send you a welcome email welcoming you to their product and then guide you with a few resources on how to get started. So let's look for a welcome email and see what a welcome email looks like. Now, this is a welcome email for Airbnb. I think it's a template. Welcome to Airbnb. Before starting your adventure, add a profile picture. Here is how you can add your profile picture. And this is what one of the emails also looks like. Okay, this is not showing as huge as I want. Let's take a look at another welcome email. Now, this is another welcome email as well, where they are welcoming you to their service. Let me click on it. Let's see how it looks. Now we're going to look at a couple of welcome emails. I think that's what it's all about, showing you some wonderful welcome emails. Welcome to email statistics. 5 benefits. Let's take a look at the emails. Now we are actually going to talk about this. Now this is a pop-up form. As you can see, I was scrolling on this website and then boom, this actually popped up in front of me. Now this is also one of the ways businesses use to get email addresses. Now here is a free guide that they are offering. Oops, I clicked out of it. Now this is it, free ebook. Download this guide with our customizable welcome email template, one for every objective and stage for customer journey survey. So once I insert my email right now and click on download the ebook, they're going to send this to my email. And once it gets to my email, I can now download it. Now, what this has done is I have been added to their email list, and they are going to send me emails related to welcome emails and basically email marketing. Now, this is one of the ways that businesses also get emails by using high converting lead magnets. Now, this is the lead magnet, 5 high converting welcome email templates. Now, these are also things that you will be doing as an email marketer, because now businesses will say, okay, good, we want to improve, or we want to get more people to our email list. And how do you do that? You have to come up with a strategy. What form of free content can I share that will be beneficial to my audience? That's very important. So at this point, you need to come up with, based on your customer persona basically. Now for this company, it's they are into email marketing. Basically, they provide their software to businesses so they can use their software to send out emails. So ideally, their customers, they will be looking for B2B brands, basically, that would use their software to send out emails. Now, one of the reasons why this is important for businesses or B2B or B2C brand is because they want to create high engaging welcome emails that is going to help them drive click and help them gain more conversion for their business. So that's why this lead magnet is targeted towards that audience. So if I am a new business owner and I want to get started with email marketing and I don't really have a lot of budget, I will certainly want to download this so I can gain insight on how to structure my welcome email. I was hoping we were going to see a lot of templates here, but I can't really see. So let me head back to see if I'll get to see where I see a lot of templates where we can just look at and see how all of these welcome emails looks like. Now this is for Sending Blue. Welcome to Sending Blue. Sending Blue is an email marketing software as well. Hello there, my name is Michael and I'm the co-CEO of Sending Blue. Now basically welcome email is just meant to welcome you to a service that you just signed up for, and most likely you get to see some onboarding guidelines to help you get familiar with that service and use it a lot more better. Now, the last one is cold email. A cold email is an email aimed at gaining a benefit in terms of sales, opportunities, or any other dual-sided benefit from someone with whom the sender has no prior relationship or connection. Now, basically, cold email is a way to introduce yourself to someone you don't know and try to build a relationship with them in the hopes of eventually turning them into a customer. Now, for a lot of B2B brands, they use cold email a lot because it's one of the easiest way they can get in front of other business owners and pitch their products or services in order to get them to convert and win them as customers. A lot of businesses use it a lot because this is one of the easiest way that they can send targeted emails for new client acquisition. So we're going to look at what cold emails is and a couple of things around cold emails because it's actually in demand. We have a lot of businesses looking for people who help them create the right structure for cold emails and basically help them manage, their cold email campaigns. So back to class. I hope everyone is seeing my screen. I hope we are following along. That's great. I can see we are all together. So I will forge ahead. Now let's take a look at the key components of a successful email marketing campaign. Now we're looking at the first one we have is audience segmentation. Now segmenting your email list is one of the most critical elements of email marketing. Audience segmentation involves dividing your email subscribers into smaller groups based on specific criteria such as demography, past behavior, purchase history, or interest. This allows for personalized content that resonates with each other. Now, for example, new subscribers may receive a welcome email. We spoke about what a welcome email is. Frequent shoppers might receive exclusive offers. Now, inactive subscribers may get re-engagement email. Now, I am going to speak about audience segmentation from the angle of an e-commerce brand. So when someone just signs up for your e-commerce brand, basically, or when you sell a product online and they just sign up, basically, what you want to do is to send them a welcome email. You can offer them bonus or incentive that will drive them to buy a product from your store. But then when you have someone on your email list who have purchased a number of about 10 products from your store, it shows you that this person is a frequent shopper. And for this kind of customer, you want to send them different kind of email because it shows that this customer has purchased from your store and they enjoyed their experience. That's why they have been able to shop more than 10 products from your store. Now, one of the easiest way you can actually leverage this information is that you can send them emails offering them discounts, because if they have purchased from your e-commerce store before, it's easier for them to purchase once more. You can also send them emails based on similar products they have actually purchased from your website before. Now, with this information, you can easily tailor the right form of emails to them, whereby you are now able to segment your audience based on their demography, past behavior, like I said, past purchases, basically, or if someone has downloaded your ebook before, it shows a certain level of interest, you can send them another email that is related to that ebook or that topic. Now, for purchase history, if someone has purchased a laptop from your store, well, obviously you can upsell or you can send them emails of other accessories that can be used on a laptop, like a mouse, like a keyboard. Yeah, basically because they have purchased this from your store. If you send them emails promoting this product, it basically makes sense because they would have need for it in one way or the other. And in doing this, it helps you to increase your sales that you're making from your store. Then for inactive subscribers, so you want to send them a engagement email. Now, how are you able to identify inactive subscribers? So let's say in your email sequence, you send about 5 emails in the sequence, and after sending that 5 emails over a period of 2 weeks, you realize that there are certain contacts that didn't open any of these emails. Now, if you have done this for about, let's say, about 10 times, or you have sent out 10 emails and these people still didn't open your email, now you create a segment for them. Why this is important, it's helping you to identify the most active customers on your list. In doing so, if you have a new offer, you can send this new offer to the people who are most engaged first, and then you can now send out this offer to the people who are least engaged, and then you can now observe the metrics. How many people got to open it from the people who are least engaged? Did they take certain action? So now that's how you can segment your list based on their behavior, and with all of this information, you can effectively manage your marketing campaign. Now, moving forward, still on the key component of a successful email marketing campaign, we have personalization. Personalized emails go beyond including the recipient first name. They can cater to the subscriber's preferences, past purchases, browsing history, or even geographic location. Personalization can dramatically increase open rates and the click-through rates. Some effective personalization tactics include dynamic content, example, different images or offers for different segments, product recommendation based on past behavior, I spoke about this, and personalized subject lines. Now, with personalization, you can do a lot with email marketing because now you are now able to tailor your emails to the preference of your subscribers or your customers. Now you can achieve this based on their geographic location. So basically, there are some businesses that have customers all around the world, and let's say they have an update for customers in certain region. They can basically, instead of sending out these emails to everybody on their email list that are in different countries, they can easily, using a segment, they can now segment these customers from their list and then create a personalized message to people that are in that country, basically. So this is how you can use personalization to send relevant emails and increase your open rate and engagement rate. Now, still under the key components of a successful email marketing campaign, we have compelling subject lines. Now, the subject line is the first thing a recipient sees. A compelling, concise, and attention-grabbing subject line is critical to ensure your email gets opened. Now, best practices includes keeping it under 60 characters, creating a sense of urgency or curiosity, limited time offer. Now, this is for e-commerce brands, basically. So if you have a product you want to sell, there's a limited time offer, you can add this just to increase urgency and curiosity. Now, being clear and to the point. So you want to make sure that your subject line is clear and straight to the point. It's easy to understand. And also, you can personalize it. Example, where you use the recipient first name. Now, this is something that you can do. Now, there's something called a merge tag. These are things that I'm going to actually walk you through. So with a merge tag, you can just add a particular tag, and what it does is that it pulls out the individual name of everyone on your list, and then it mentions them on the subject line. So that's what personalization can do for you. So let me see if I can, walk you through my inbox and my inbox, so you can get to see, what this subject line could look like and a couple of other things. So let me open my email so you can see what I believe you know what the subject line is, but for this class, I will just show you my inbox, and then you get to see a couple of emails that I've received and what the subject line looks like, and based on different emails that I've actually received. Now let's head over to promotion. On promotion, you can see you are lapping the competition. This is Grammarly Insights. Udemy says, Sebastian, check out your latest batch of recommended courses. Now they are able to basically call out my name. Now this is a form of personalization. And now for Litmus, introducing the speakers. Now you can see this is a subject line. Congratulations to the 2024 Key Clicks shortlist. Now, this is what a subject line looks like. Like I said here, it is the subject line is the first thing a recipient sees. A compelling and concise and attention-grabbing subject line is crucial to ensure your email gets opened. Now, these are some of the best practices you can use in order to increase your open rate. Now, we spoke about how you can personalize your subject line using the recipient's first name. And as you can see, this is what Udemy used. Basically, they had to call out my name, and they are basically telling me to check out some recommended courses. And this is an email from Allison where they also my name. So this is from eBay. Sebastian, the best is yet to come. See what's coming, see what you are missing. So basically, this is what a subject line is. It's the first thing you see, and there are ways you can basically structure your subject line to grab attention and increase open rates. Up next, let's take a look at engaging content. Now, once the email is open, the content needs to deliver on the promise of the subject line. Now, you want to ensure that message is clear, engaging, and valuable to the recipient. Now, the content may include informative article, blog post, or product updates. And it could also include visual elements like images, GIFs, or videos. Now, your email should also have a call to action, a CTA, that guides the recipient towards the next step. Examples can be shop now, learn more, depending on the goal of your campaign. And it can also include some testimonials or reviews for social proof. Now let's see. Let's get to open this email from Udemy and see what it says. Now you can see here is a call to action, view process. Now here is the call to action: more learning, more opportunities, browse recommended courses based on your interest. Now these are set courses that are based on because I took a course on HTML email, now they are now suggesting other courses for me that are related to the one I took. Now this is how they are using email marketing to reach out to me, because I bought a course with them that has to do with designing responsive emails, because there are points where you have to design emails using HTML and CSS. It gets that complicated. Now I purchased a course from Udemy, and now they are sending me other courses. I literally spoke about this, and this is Udemy sending me a marketing email based on my previous purchase. Now I might also be interested in these courses. So let's say I didn't really like what I saw from the previous course. I would likely want to check out these courses and see if it's something that I am interested in. Now back to our notes. Now, still on the key components, we're looking at responsive design. Now, with over 50% of emails being opened on mobile devices, having a responsive design is essential. Email should look great and be functional on all devices, whether desktop or mobile. So you want to ensure that your images load quickly and display properly. You want to also make sure that your text is easily readable without zooming, and then your buttons and CTAs are tappable and accessible. Now, this is basically talking about mobile responsiveness. Now, because a lot of people view their emails on their mobile, it's important that your emails are responsive. Now, this here is a desktop view, and if I switch to, if I try to inspect this page, uh, let me examine this. Let me see. Let me see if I can view this. Okay, great. So now this is the email on web. This is what it looks like on desktop. So let me check if this email is responsive. Now you can see this is how this email looks like. If I try to shrink it down, okay, now let me use here. Now this is me basically checking if this email is responsive. I think I'm going to do this another way where we are basically seeing just the entire template. And we can see this email on different screen size just to see how responsive it is. But basically what it is saying is that at the moment you want to make sure that your emails are responsive and it displays accurately on different screen sizes, because a lot of people now are checking their emails via mobile. So you want to make sure that your email is responsive. Okay, let's see what's happening in class. Okay, we are all connected, so let's continue. We're at responsive design. The next one is a call to action. You already know what a call to action is. I showed you on that email. Now, every email should include a clear and compelling CTA. Now, whether it's to make a purchase, download a resource, or follow a social media account, the CTA guides the recipient to take the desired action. And these are some of the best practices. You want to ensure that it's using action-oriented words, making the CTA to basically stand out and making it simple. The next one is building an email list. Now, before starting any email marketing campaign, building a high quality email list is essential. Now, here is how to build and grow your email list. Now, an opt-in form. Now, I showed you on that website, on that email marketing website, where I was just trying to scroll and boom, I saw an opt-in form and I made reference to it. So one of the ways you can build your list is by using an opt-in form. Now, place opt-in forms strategically across your website, like your homepage, your blog posts, your checkout pages, etc., to capture email addresses. Now, you want to make sure that it's simple and easy to complete, offers an incentive, discount, free ebook, exclusive access. This is literally what I just explained. This is one of the ways you can build your email list. Now, include a clear privacy policy and consent to receive emails. Now, one of the ways you can do this is by using an opt-in form on your website. Basically, you just have an opt-in form, very simple, asking people to sign up to your mailing list in order to receive relevant emails from you. And then the other one is by using a lead magnet. I showed you what a lead magnet is and how that website basically tries to lure us to give them our emails in exchange for a valuable lead magnet. Now, this is something that you also need to do. So if you are implementing this for a business, you want to understand what this business is doing, understand who their customers are, and then in creating content, you want to ensure that the content basically aligns with your customer persona. That way you can design the right lead magnet that is going to drive them to engage with your pop-up form. Now you can use an ebook, guides, or checklist, discounts or free shipping, free trials, samples, and exclusive access to content or early product launches. Now, pop-up and and slide-ins. Now, the form we saw the other time is a pop-up form. As I was browsing, it just popped up. Now, that's an example of a pop-up form. Now, these are additional opt-ins. These are additional opt-in forms that appears while users are browsing. When used appropriately, they can significantly increase your list building efforts. Pop-ups that trigger based on user behavior, example, after a certain amount of time, or when they are about to leave the site works best. Now, how these pop-up forms are set up on either your, because these forms are set up from the website basically, so they set users behavior. So if you have been on the website for more than a couple of seconds, it is designed to show you that form if that's the first time you are getting to that website. And for some, if you are just trying to exit the website, you get to see a pop-up form that disrupts that process, and it comes to your face urging you to take certain action in order to receive certain value. Now let's move over to measuring the success of email marketing campaign. Key performance indicator are essential to measure the effectiveness of email marketing efforts. Some important metrics to track include, so what this means is that if you're sending out your emails, you want to track some key performance indicators to determine or to basically gain insights on how your email marketing is performing. So first of all, it has your open rate. Now this is the percentage of people who open your email. Now, low open rates may indicate that your subject line needs improvement or that your audience is not engaged. It's about 8 o'clock. So at this point, once it gets to 8, we'll have to take a break so you can take your attendance. And when we come back, we can continue. So I'm going to go for a break immediately. It's 8 p.m. For click-through rate, now this is the percentage of people who clicked on a link within your email. A high CTR means your content is compelling and the call to action is clear. Now, this is also an important metrics to track in your email. So if you have a link on your email, it's an important metric to track, because for someone to click on your call to action, it means they read your content and they're interested in your offering. That's why they clicked on a link to find out, more about your offering. And for conversion rate, now this is the percentage of recipients who completed the desired action, such as making a purchase or signing up for an event. Tracking conversion rates helps evaluate the overall effectiveness of your email campaigns. So it's 8 p.m. and we'll be going for a break. When we return, we will continue from conversion rates. Now ensure you complete your attendance and then join us back after the break. Hello, guys. You're welcome back from the break. I hope you are. Yeah, you're welcome back from the break. And without further ado, let's get right back where we left off. It's quite a long session, so I don't want us to waste any more time. Share all of my screen and great, you're welcome back. So let's pick up right where we left off. Now we are talking about conversion rate. Now for your email marketing campaign, you have to determine what your conversion rate is. Now conversion rate simply means when the desired action that you expect from that email is taken. Now it could be for your subscribers to click a link that's going to lead them to your website. It could be for them to make a purchase. It could be for them to complete a survey. It could be for them to respond to your email. Now, there are different things you can track as conversion rate. Now, once you are able to get a lot of people to complete that action, then you're going to register that as a conversion rate. Now, based on the definition we have here, it's the percentage of recipients who completed the desired action, such as making a purchase or signing up for an event. Tracking conversion rate helps evaluate the overall effectiveness of your email campaigns. Now, still under measuring the success of email marketing, we have bounce rate. Now, this is the percentage of emails that were not successfully delivered. A high bounce rate may indicate poor list quality or outdated email addresses. Now, there are two types of bounce rate. There is a soft bounce and there is a hard bounce. Now, a soft bounce is mostly caused by um, if the server of the receiving email address is down or if the inbox is full. Now, that's when you experience a soft bounce. While the hard bounce is a permanent bounce, this could happen if that email no longer exists, if that inbox no longer exists, or if there is a typo, you get to experience a hard bounce. Now, most times when you experience a hard bounce, it's important that you remove that contact or the list of emails from your email list. This is important because it helps you to maintain a good reputation. Now, if you do not maintain a good reputation, what would happen is that your email will start getting to the spam folder, which is not something you want. So you want to ensure that your bounce rates, which includes soft and bounce rates, are kept really, really low. Now, what is unsubscribe rate? Unsubscribe rate, now, this is the percentage of recipients who unsubscribe from your list after receiving an email. While some unsubscribes are normal, a high rate may signal that your content is irrelevant to your audience. Now, what is an unsubscribe? What is unsubscribe? Unsubscribe basically means it's an action you take if you do not want to keep receiving email from that business. Now, on this email, you can see the unsubscribe button here. If I do not want to keep receiving email from Udemy, I can just unsubscribe. Or if I don't want to keep receiving emails from Litmus, I can basically unsubscribe. Now, moving forward, we are going to talk about the Can Spam Act, which basically talks about laws that it talks about how businesses should basically send out emails and um, manage the personal information of people. Now, on this email, most times you get to see an unsubscribe link at the footer of the email or at the top here, so you can easily use any of these buttons to unsubscribe. What that means is that you do not want to receive that email. Just like the way you give consent by submitting your email on either a website or on a blog page, you can use this button to unsubscribe. That way, you no longer receive emails from that business. Spam complaints. Now, the number of people who mark your email as spam, high spam complaints are red flag that your email are not resonating with recipients or that your list building practice may be faulty. Now, I believe you have seen people being scammed via email. And with this, email service providers like Gmail and Yahoo, basically, and other email service providers actually monitor your engagement on email. So if I mark an email as spam, it's it's something that they actually take and they take note of it. Now, report as spam. Now, what does spam means? It means that basically this email is deceptive. It's requesting certain information and it doesn't seem like legit. So marking an email as spam, it sends information to the email service providers like Google and Yahoo. And what they will do is that your future emails will now be marked as spam and they're going to blacklist your email. Now, you want to ensure that you minimize your spam complaints. And how can you do that? You want to make sure that you are requesting for content before you get people to your mailing list. And that's why most businesses implement the double opt-in, where after submitting your email on a website, you receive another email so you can confirm that you are actually granting access, to your inbox, that they can send you emails and you can engage with their emails. So this is, how you can mark an email as spam. And what happens is that future emails will get into the spam folder. So this is my spam folder here. So most times the system or the algorithm basically has detected some unusual activities or from the complaints of others. Then they basically mark that email as spam. And when you get to the spam folder, you will see it. Now, there are also other reasons why a valid email might get to the spam folder. Okay, there are also other valid reasons that or there are also other reasons why a valid email. So let's say you signed up for a service and the email got to the spam folder. There are reasons why that can actually happen, and it has to do with how you manage the email copy. Now, you want to ensure that there are no spam words on your email, because email service providers have systems that they use to monitor your email to read if you have any spam related word, or if your email address or your domain has been blacklisted. It can also be one of the reasons why your email can be marked as spam. Or at times it might just be, it might just be that the system didn't really detect, or there was a mistake in terms of ascertaining if your email is valid or not. Now, what you can do if you receive such kind of emails, okay, now this is my inbox, and these are emails that I found in the spam folder. I actually opted into receiving this email. Okay, so what I will do is I'll report as not spam, and what this does, it takes the email to my inbox. So I am basically teaching email service providers how to manage this kind of email. So it might be, like I said, there might be a mistake in terms of how Gmail was able to classify this email. But me marking this email as not spam, it's now teaching Gmail spam filter on how to basically manage emails that are coming from this domain, basically. So I can click on this as not spam. So this is how you can actually engage with emails that are not spam, that found their way to your spam folder. Now, moving forward, now let's take a look at best practices for email marketing. Now, there are certain best practices that you should adhere to when sending out emails. The first one is follow GDPR and CAN spam regulations. Now, you want to make sure your email marketing practices comply with regulations such as the General Data Protection Regulation, which is the GDPR, and the CAN Spam Act. Now, if you're sending out emails, you want to manage email for any business, you want to ensure that your emails complies with the GDPR and especially the CAN Spam Act. So let's read through and then see what these laws actually says. Now, first, the GDPR, which means the General Data Protection Regulation Law. Now, it says the GDPR is a comprehensive data protection law enforced in the European Union and the European Economic Area, EEA. It was implemented on May 25th, 2018. The law governs how personal data must be collected, processed, and stored by organization. It applies to all companies that handles the data of EU citizens, regardless of where the company is based. So basically, this here, the GDPR, it lists out a couple of laws that businesses in European unions, in European nations, how they should manage the data of people that are living in this area. And their personal data includes their email. So that's why we are talking about GDPR. So if your company is anywhere in the world, but then you have people from European unions, these European countries, you are managing the data of people in these regions, you want to ensure that you adhere to GDPR. If you do not adhere to it, there are penalties, that there are sanctions that a business can face if they are not compliant with GDPR. So now let's take a look at the key principles of GDPR. First, lawfulness, fairness, and transparency. Now it says personal data must be processed in a legal and transparent manner. The second one here is purpose limitation. Data must be collected for specific legitimate purposes and not used for anything incompatible with those purposes. Now the second one is data minimization. Only the minimum required or necessary data should be collected. Accuracy. Personal data must be kept accurate and up to date. Storage limitation. Data should not be kept longer than necessary. The other one is integrity and confidentiality. Data must be handled securely, ensuring protection against unauthorized or unlawful processing and against accidental loss, destruction, or damage. Accountability. Organizations must be able to demonstrate compliance with GDPR. Now, this is basically what the GDPR says, and if you are managing the emails of people, it's also part of their personal data, so you want to ensure that you are adhering to these laws. Now, the key rights of individuals under GDPR. Now, they have the right to access. Now, individuals have the right to know what their data is being collected, what data is being collected about them. Now, right to be forgotten. Now, individuals can request the deletion of their data under certain circumstances. Now, individuals can request corrections to inaccurate data. And right to rectification. Individuals can request corrections to inaccurate data. Yeah, we spoke about this. I think I just said this. Yeah, I think I have to get this off. Now, right to data portability. Individuals have the right to transfer their data to another service provider. Right to restrict processing. Individuals can request the limitation of data processing. And the last one here, right to object. Individuals can object to certain types of data processing, such as direct marketing. And if you remember, I spoke about unsubscribing from an email, and that's why it's important to have an unsubscribe link. That way, people can object to any form of marketing communication. Now, let's take a look at the Can't Spam Act. It simply means controlling the assault of non-solicited pornography and marketing laws. So that's what this says, the Can't Spam Act. Um, Moving forward, the Can't Spam Act is a US law that sets the rules for commercial email. It establishes requirements for commercial messages, and it gives recipients the law to stop receiving emails and spells out tough penalties for violation. It was signed into law in 2003 and is regulated by the Federal Trade Commission. As you can see, this is a US law. It basically governs the countries in the US. Now, if you process the data of individuals in the US, you want to ensure that you are in compliance with the Can't Spam Act. Now, let's look at the key provisions of the Can't Spam Act. Now, here it says, don't use false or misleading header information. Now, the from, the to, and reply to fields, including the originating domain name and email address must be accurate and identify the person or business sending the email. Now, it's important that you do not use any form of misleading header information, and this includes the subject lines, the sent from email, and everything. You need to ensure that it is coming from a business, and then the recipient can easily identify that business. Now, don't use deceptive subject line. The subject line must accurately reflect the content of the message. Now, also ensure that your subject line, just like I showed you, reflects the content. You do not want to use a different subject line like a clickbait, and then the user opens it and sees something entirely different. Now, this is against the CAN Spam Act, and it also comes off offensive because people can see you are trying to deceive them to open their emails, and this can make them mark your email as spam or unsubscribe because of that act. Now, identify the message as an ad. This email must clearly disclose that it is an advertisement or promotion. Now, you want to tell recipients where you are located. Your message must include your physical postal address. Now, this is very important. Now, if you are managing the email campaign of any business, you want to ensure that all of these things are in place in order to save them from penalties that could arise from not adhering to these laws. Now, let's take a look at this email. You see that this is coming from litmus.com, and if I head over to this website, you get to see, that this email basically reflects this website. And if you head down to the footer, you see that they have their physical mailing address. You can see 675, and they have an unsubscribe link, which is something we're going to be looking at in no time. Now, now you also need to have an unsubscribe link. I made mention of that while I was talking about the GDPR. Now, these are things that are important that you must have on your emails, and if you do not have this and you are reported to relevant authorities, it attracts fines. So you want to ensure that you are adhering to these laws. Now, still on that, so at the moment we are talking about giving an email list. Okay, let's see where we. We were talking about let's see how you can measure the success of your email marketing campaign. And when we got to spam complaints, that was when we looked at okay, we're looking at best practices for email marketing rather. So this is the subheading where we spoke about following GDPR and CAN spam regulations. And what we did was that we expatiated more on what GDPR is and CAN spam act. Now, moving forward, still under best practices for email marketing, we have clean your email list regularly. Now, you want to ensure that your email list is clean. You want to remove inactive subscribers and invalid email addresses to maintain a high quality list. A clean list improves deliverability and open rate, ensuring that your emails reach engaged recipients. Now, if after sending out about 10 to 15 emails to your list, and you realize that a couple of email addresses did not open your email, you want to create a segment of these emails and basically send them a few other emails. If you see that they do not open, you want to get them off your list to ensure that your list is clean. Now, one of the reasons why this could happen, like I said, these emails could no longer be in use because they are mostly business emails and people change roles over time. So once someone actually changes a role, they automatically they automatically forfeit that email. And if they are going to a new company, they would have to create another email address for them, another work email address. So that's one of the reasons why you would want to clean your list and get them off your list, because over time, the email might no longer be active. Now, I want to look at A/B testing. A/B testing, I think we spoke about A/B testing. I think we spoke about A/B testing where you have to test two copies to see which is performing better. Now, for A/B testing, you want to experiment with different subject lines email design, content, and CTAs to see what resonates best with your audience. A/B testing allows you to continuously optimize your email for better performance. So you can have two variations of your email, and probably you want to test the subject line and see which is more interesting and which is going to drive the most open. Now, you might likely not know unless you conduct a test. So you can have a list of 1,000 contacts, and mostly most email marketing tools allows you to conduct A/B testing. So after sending this email to 1,000 people, about 500 people would receive a variation of the email, likewise with the other 500 people. Now, once this campaign is out, after a few days or hours, you get to see the result, and from there you can ascertain which email is performing better. With that, you can now stick with that variation throughout your campaign because you have been able to test and you were able to identify a campaign that won. So it's actually great for marketing if you want to basically test out a subject line, you want to test out a call to action, you want to basically test out certain things on your email. So you can use this strategy in order to gain insights on your marketing strategy. Now, you want to send email consistently. Now, it's important you establish a regular schedule so subscribers know when to expect emails from you. Consistency helps build trust and keep your audience engaged. Now, let's take a look at some email marketing tools. We have a couple of email marketing tools in the market. Now, here, these are email marketing automation tools. Now, email marketing automation tools are there, and we also have cold email tools. So we are going to be looking at some of these tools on this session today. So first, we have HubSpot. So HubSpot is a comprehensive marketing automation CRM and email marketing platform. So HubSpot is a marketing automation CRM. What that means is that you can create automated emails on HubSpot. I explained what an automated email is well when I was explaining the drip sequence, where after sending one email, you have another email, and then there is a cadence to how your emails are sent based on certain action, time delay, and interaction. So let's take a look at HubSpot. I believe we have looked at HubSpot one time or the other, where we just, we took a look at, what it is and so on. So on HubSpot, you can basically manage automations that you can send emails using HubSpot. So on their products, if you look at their marketing hub, you get to see it on their marketing hub. Let's look at the features. So this is the marketing hub. You have email marketing, you have forms, you have live chat. So this is the form, this is email marketing. So you can basically send out emails using HubSpot. So this here are their pricing tiers. So this is one marketing automation software that you can also use to send emails. We have Active Campaign. Now this is an advanced automation with email marketing, CRM, and machine learning feature. Now let's take a look at Active Campaign. Active Campaign 2 is also used to send out emails. Let's take a look at what Active Campaign looks like. So basically, one of the things you need to look at before selecting an email marketing campaign, you need to look at the nature of your business, the tech stacks that you have in place and which will complement it. But basically, for most of these tools, that would help you send out emails. Now, this is Active Campaign. Solutions. You can use this if you have an e-commerce store. You can use it for automation. Now, these are some of the features of Active Campaign. We have marketing automation, where you can create automated emails. Omnichannel marketing, where you can message across all channels using Active Campaign. You can also send out emails from this tool. Now, let's take a look at the next one. The next one, we have MailChimp. I think next one, we have MailChimp. MailChimp is a popular email marketing service with automation and segmentation capabilities. Next, we have Get Response. Now, it's an all-in-one marketing tool with email automation, webinar, and landing pages. So, because of time, I'll just run through. But on your own, at your convenience, you can take a look at this tool. For Klaviyo, now this is tailored for e-commerce, offering personalized email flows and automation. So, for Klaviyo is mostly used by businesses that are in the e-commerce space. So, it's built basically. It has a lot of features to cater for businesses that owns e-commerce stores actually. But then that doesn't mean you can't use it to send other form of emails. But then its primary focus is to help businesses that are in the e-commerce state, that are in the e-commerce space. Now this is what Klaviyo looks like. Let's say win this BFMC with email, SMS review, and more. Drive more engagement, increase sales, and power smarter digital relationships with Klaviyo's unified data and marketing automation platforms. Now let's take a look at the platforms here. You can see it has email, SMS, mobile push, and a couple of other features here. Now you can see there are different tech stacks and integration. Now this is for Shopify. If you have a Shopify store, it's very easy for you to integrate it with Klaviyo so you can send out automated emails. If you have a Wix website and you're selling a product, on WordPress, if you have WooCommerce, I think this is BigCommerce. Yeah, this is the logo of BigCommerce. So you can easily integrate with all of these platforms and send out marketing emails, especially if you own an e-commerce brand. Now, moving forward, we also have Sending Blue. We have Drip. This is also an email marketing tool to send out emails. We have ConvertKit. It's designed for creators with automation features focused on content delivery. Now, for some of these email marketing tools, or majority of them, they offer a free account. So you can open that free account and get to use few of their features, but then because it's free, you're not allowed to use every single feature on these tools. But then you can basically implement basic segmentation, you can implement basic automation on these tools. But for some, you're not offered automation because it is part of their paid plan. Now we have OmniSend and we have Pardot by Salesforce. And now for cold emails, now there are other tools for cold emails. Cold emails is a bit different from normal email for normal marketing automation. This is because cold email, like I explained the other time, it's used to reach out to people that you do not really know. Okay, there's no you do not have a relationship with them, but then people use cold emails for prospecting if they want to win new clients, so they use cold emails. So there are different tools that you can use to basically manage your cold email campaigns. Using all of these marketing automation tools, you can do it, but then it's a lot more effective if you are using these cold email tools. We have Lemlists, we have Instantly, we have Woodpecker, we have Reply.io, Mailshake, Sales Handy, Snove.io. We have GMAS, we have Yelsu, and we have Outreach.io. So let's take a look at some of these tools, some of these cold email tools to be precise. Let's look at Lemlist. Now, since cold email is handled differently from normal marketing automation, there are certain things that you need to do in order to send cold emails the right way and get responses. Now you can see the only cold outreach tool that helps you reach inboxes and get replies. So if you want to prospect, you want to find new clients, especially for B2B businesses, they're opting for tools like this to send prospecting emails and get responses. Now this is one of the tools. We also have Smart Lead. Smartlead.ai is also a tool that is used for cold emailing, basically. Now, this is what Smartlead looks like. Convert cold emails to consistent revenue. Now, if you realize for these platforms, you see it doesn't really have anything to say about cold emails. It just tells you how you can drive engagement. Now, this is because if you want to get people into your marketing automation list, it has to be from either a sign up form on your website, or either a purchase, and they have to indicate interest, or they have to offer their consent in order for you to get them to your list. But for cold emails, there are tools that can help you find out the email addresses of these people, and you can still reach out to them and get to engage with them and pitch your products to them. And if it's something that they're interested in, they will reach out to you. So these are just a couple of tools. You can look through these tools and see what they are done. Like I said, for some tools, you can open a free account, get to try out a few, get to try out, how this tool work, their features. But then there's something about most email marketing tools. They basically perform the same thing, but then some platforms might have a feature that others might not. But basically, you can send out emails, you can carry out basic segmentation, you can carry out basic personalization with all of these email marketing tools. Now, in conclusion, email marketing is a powerful tool that allows businesses to communicate directly with their audience, build relationships, and drive conversions. By following best practices such as segmenting your audience, personalizing your content, and regularly measuring key metrics, you can create successful email campaigns that engage and convert. Now, this is the end of today's sessions. We have come to the end. So I'll head back to class and I will take your questions. I'll take your questions. Let's see, let's see how much you understood this lesson. And if you have any question, please, you can share your questions right now so I can attend to them. And let's basically help you make sense of what email marketing is. So it's time for questions. If you have questions, please submit your questions right away. Let's have a look. If you have questions about any aspect of email marketing or what we have spoken about today, please let me have your questions. Thank you, sir. I received an email in. Come on. Okay, Esther said, I received an email in form of a notification on my Google Calendar. It was a reminder of a special offer from a brand I subscribe to. What form of email is this and how is it done? Now, this is called a promotional form of email because it's an email directed to you to take an action for you to buy something. So it's called a promotional form of email. Now, this is happening because they have your email address, and based on, like you said, it's it's a brand that you subscribe to. That means you give them consent to send you email, and that's why you are receiving that email. If you do not have a business, well, you obviously do not need email marketing because generally email marketing is to get across to your customers, or if you want to find new prospects, that's when you can use email marketing. And in that case, if you cannot implement email marketing for your business, there are businesses out there that require email marketing services. So that's where you come in with this knowledge and with this knowledge and experience on email marketing, you can offer these services to businesses, help them to manage their email list, help them to create opt-in forms to help them get more leads, or to help them get more leads basically to their mailing list, and then help them structure their welcome emails, help them to keep their list engaged. So these are things you can do for businesses, and they are going to pay you for it. Now, the Can Spam Act, basically, like I said, it applies to people in the US actually. So if you have a list of people in the US, you should ensure that you're adhering to the Can Spam Act. Yeah. So it's a law, basically governing businesses that engage with individuals in the US. But generally, you just want to have all of these things in place because it just helps you to maintain your reputation, because, making it easy for people that receive your email to, know who you are, build trust. Trust is very important. So it's important that, you have an unsubscribe link, you have a link to your physical address. All of these things should be in your email. It helps you to build trust and generally helps you to adhere to best practices. How would you rate email marketing as compared to other forms of marketing? Now, email marketing is more like a one-on-one form of communication. Actually, it's very, very effective. A lot of it's a permission-based form of marketing because before you are sending out that email, the recipient has already granted you permission to reach out to them. So it's actually very effective if it comes to when it comes to getting people informed and selling your product. It is really effective when it comes to marketing. Now, this is where your copywriting skills actually comes to play, where you have to create engaging copy that is going to drive your list to take your desired action. Now, for drip campaigns, can the email sent from courier service up until the receipt of delivery or cargo be categorized under this? Yeah, it's a drip campaign basically because these things are automated based on certain action. So it's called a drip campaign. I received an email. I received some email from some businesses I didn't subscribe for. How do they get one's email? Now that's it could be a cold email, and at times it could be email from spoofers actually. So you have to be very careful. Now, when it comes to cold emails, I made mention that it's a form of email marketing where you reach out to people because of certain reasons, especially if you want to introduce your service to them, or you basically want to might want to invite them for a webinar. You might want to invite them for an event, and they didn't sign up for they didn't grant you that consent to send them an email. Now there are lead generation tools in the market. There are tools like Snuff the IO is one of those tools. So you can use this tool to find the email addresses of people online. Now there are lead generation marketplaces like Apollo and whatnot. So with this tool, it's a directory um, with emails and personal information of people. So you can subscribe to this tool. They have a fair use form of policy. So when you subscribe to this tool, you can now easily get this information and then send out cold emails to these people. So when you receive that sort of email, one of the things you want to do is that you want to check the sender of the email. You want to check if it's a business email, and then you want to also check the website to see if the content on the email effectively reflects what's on the website. And if you cannot find out all of these things, it's important that you mark that email as spam and you basically delete that email from your inbox and you do not engage with any link that's on that email. Yeah, you're welcome. Peace. Thank you. How then do I get businesses I need to know? Now, talking about how one can get businesses that need email marketer. If you go on LinkedIn, you get to see businesses that are in search of email marketers. Actually, you get to see businesses now. They require people to help them manage their email list. They require them to help. They require email marketers for businesses that own e-commerce stores. They require email marketers that will help them create engaging email marketing campaigns to help them increase their sale. For businesses that are deep in prospecting that use email for lead generation, they also need the service of an email marketer to help them set up their infrastructure and to help them send out cold emails and manage their entire process. Now, the reason why some messages go to the spam inbox, there are quite a number of things why emails can be marked as spam. First of all, it has to do with the reputation. So as you send out emails over time, email service providers actually monitor your sending activities and process. Okay, so when you are doing this, they actually add um, there is a sending score assigned to your domain. Now, this is assigned based on how many emails you are sending daily, your open rate, if you have good open rate, if you have good engagement rate. All of these things helps to build your sender reputation. Okay, so it's a thing in marketing, sending reputation. So if you send out an email and you're getting below 5% open rate, it is very, very terrible. It could mean that your domain has been blacklisted and your emails might be going to the spam folder. Now, that's one of the reasons why your email could be marked as spam if you have a poor reputation. And if your email contains spammy words, I think we would also look at that moving forward when we are looking at best practices and some things to do to avoid your emails being sent to the spam folder. So you want to also ensure that there are no spam trigger words on your emails. Now, emails like free, hurry now, or if your subject line are in caps, there are some couple of words that you shouldn't use in your subject line on your email because it sounds spam. It actually sounds like spam, and if this bot gets to look through your email and the spam filter identify these words in your emails, it's going to mark your email as spam and it's going to get to the spam folder. Now, these are some of the reasons why your emails could be marked as spam. Can someone identify a spam email, especially if we are directed to click on the link that will lead us to a website to some email you have found down links, click an action. How can I generate that? Now, one of the ways you can identify a spammy email, or that an email is coming from someone who is trying to actually spoof you. First of all, you want to check the domain that email is sent from, which is the inbox. Now, let me head over to my inbox and show you one of the first things that you should do when you receive an email from someone. Now, if it's not from a personal Gmail account, if it's not from a personal Gmail account, then the first thing you want to check is the website. So I'm trying to share my screen. I'm still trying to share my screen basically so I can show you something to look at. Let me know if you can see my screen, please. Can you see my screen? Please let me know if you can see my screen actually. I think you can see my screen right now. Can you see my screen? Please indicate no. Okay, let me share it once more. I just want to show you there was a question that was asked, how can you identify an email is, how to identify if an email was sent from a potential scammer. Oh, okay, I'm now in my inbox. Can you see my inbox? Please let me know if you can see my inbox. I just went back to the call. Yeah, I think you can now see my screen. Great, you can now see my screen. Now, this is my inbox. You can now see my screen. Yeah, it's working. I can see it from here that you can now see my screen. I'm currently in my inbox right now. I'm currently in my inbox. Now, one of the things you need to do if you receive an email is to head over to the information. Now, you can see this email is from Litmus and it has an email, hello@e.litmus.com. So what you want to do is to pick out this here that says litmus.com. Now, this is the domain that this email is coming out from. Now, you want to put this on your browser to see what this business does. Now, most times, if you're receiving a cold email from from a valid company, you want to get the URL and check more about that company on the internet and see if they have a website. Now, this is showing you this is the website of this business. This is the logo. Now, this is the logo. I want to look at the email. You can see it's still the same logo. Now, it means that this email is coming from a legitimate business, basically. So if you receive one of such email, one of the first things you want to check is if this email has, if you can, locate the website that is sending you this email. You want to also look at the footer, if this is adhering to the Can't Spam Act, basically. So it's very important to check if they have an unsubscribe link and if you can find their address. Now, you can also use this address to search to see, the actual location, if this is from a business. Now, that's one thing you should do. And if you are receiving a sales email from a personal email like gmail.com, yahoo.com, and so on, now that's an email you should be wary of, because at that point you cannot really check if this email is coming from an organization. So in such cases, you want to avoid engaging with any link that is on that email. Let me head back to the questions. Now, Feolua is saying LITS sent her a personalized email. Well, that's something we're actually going to look at in a future class. How this works. I spoke about personalization, and I also showed you how I received a personalized email. I'm going to show you how that can be done using match tags. Is it possible to send ads email to email that you don't have? Uh, you can only send emails to email addresses that you have on your email marketing tool. If they are not in your email marketing tool, you can't send them emails. Now, for emails that are being read or viewed, now you can identify this from your email send tools. Now, I spoke about a couple of tools like HubSpot, ActiveCampaign, MailChimp. So after sending out an email, there's a dashboard where you can view analytics. There you can gain deep insights on how your email is performing, on how many people engage with your email. You can gain deep insight basically on your email. So we're going to look at an email marketing tool, and then we'll get to see these insights moving forward. How do we get businesses that need the service of an email marketer? You can find them on LinkedIn. There are a lot of businesses that are looking for email marketers, actually. So you can find them on LinkedIn. Once you search for jobs related to email marketing, you're going to see a lot of them. Now, like I said, you cannot send an email to email addresses you do not have. You need to have them on your CRM before you can send out emails to them. Yeah, bless you. Choosing an app to create email for marketing purposes also, is it free, and is it every business that needs email marketing? Rachel, I made mention of a couple of softwares that can be used for email marketing that you can use to manage your email marketing campaign. You can look through this video, or when the notes are available, you can see all of these tools. I made mention of Namecheap. I made mention of ActiveCampaign, Sendly, and a couple of these tools. These are tools that you can use to manage your email marketing campaign. Yeah, of course, these email types would be included in the material. Suggest best email marketing platform. Now, all of these email marketing platform works well. What you just need to do is to look at the pricing. If it's something that your budget can accommodate, you want to also look at the automation features it has. If it's something that you need, so basically you would need to look at the features and see if it's something that you'll be needing for your business. Now, these are things you need to look at in terms of selecting a tool for email marketing. Yeah, about personalization. Now, this is something that can be done on an email marketing tool. So, like I said, we're going to look into this, and I'm going to show you, how these segments can be created. Now, if you let me see if I can give you an example using Excel. So on Excel, so let's say you have some data of people from different countries. Now you can easily use a filter to sort on Excel, whereby people from the same country based on our feed, they are arranged sequentially, and the next feed would be people from another country. Now that's how it works in an email marketing tool. So you can use a filter, and the tool is going to identify people based on certain filter criteria. And once they are able to do that, you can now create a segment for them, and then you have them in that segment. It's the same process that can be used when creating segments for email marketing. What do you mean, can an email be hacked? Well, basically, about phishing, there are people that can, now there's something called email authentication. Basically, it's something that would likely touch on. It helps businesses to secure their email addresses. That way, spoofers do not use their email address to send emails to their customers, pretend they are them, and then steal certain information. So at the moment, there are certain email authentication procedures that businesses should adhere to in order to prevent such things from happening. So yeah, you need to ensure that these email authentication records are added properly on your domain in order to prevent bad actors from using your domain to scam people on the internet. Okay, we are almost at the end of this class, so this is just a minute to 9. This lesson will end by 9 p.m. So if you have more questions, please keep them together. You can still watch this video, basically, so you can go over the things we looked at today. And then if you have any questions, get them ready for tomorrow so that after the session, tomorrow you can ask these questions and I can share more light on them. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed today's session. By tomorrow, we will continue and we're going to look at, let's see what we're looking at. We'll be looking at email copywriting, basically, and all aspects of email marketing. So I'll beckon on you to please go over this session once more. If you have any questions, like I said, get them ready, and by tomorrow, we're going to get right into it. Thank you very much for your time, everyone, and do have a good night rest. Do have a lovely night rest. You're welcome, everyone.